Now everybody. You don't think everybody when Kenny Rogers is here? Are you kidding?
I want to hear you guys sing.
How did you want to introduce you properly, though? Isn't that Kitty?
That was fake.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Rogers.
Oh, yeah.
Legend. Everyone's been listening to your music all morning, coming in and out of music breaks, and it has just made everything. You know, it makes things pleasant, which doesn't necessarily happen when you're, hanging out with friends and people.
Thank you very much.
And
Kenny, we've been playing. First of all, we should point out, Kenny Rogers wakes up every morning to Fox and Friends.
I do. I wake up every morning. I watch Fox and Friends, and I take my boys to school.
That's great. We're going to talk a little bit about the boys. We've got a lot of time. First, let's talk about your brand new album out. It's called The Love of God. You've gone a little gospel.
Well, I've had people for 20 years that ask me about doing their gospel album, and I've always been very self-conscious of it because I've never been overtly Christian, but I've always been very inspirational. I've always been very intensively. I've always cared about it,
Right.
And so when we started doing this, it really was a bit of a life changer for me because you get in there and you hear the hope in some of these songs,
right,
and they really make you feel good.
Yeah.
And so, I was thrilled. I think it's one of the best things I've ever done.
That's good. Unlike the Irish, who like to sing about drinking, which is totally honest.
Well, it's not like I haven't done that.
Right, I know. We've heard that.
Yeah.
And gambling. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that you're an entrepreneur. You've basically had a lot of different business interests in your life, and one of them has been house flipping, and it sounds like you picked exactly the right time period to buy several houses and fix them up and flip them.
Well, I'm an interior decorator. And I do all my own landscaping. So I come in and I buy these.
You do your own landscaping?
Well, I don't
you get a shovel? You go out in the yard?
No, okay, let me
Well, people, honey.
I design my own landscaping.
There we go.
But it's interesting because I'm basically a creative person. And when I'm not out on the road singing, I have to have something. Right now, photography is my passion. And I have a new photography book that comes out. So I just have to have something that I can do.
Oh, Kitty, you've got a lot to do.
Watch Fox and Friends.
You have got 2 6-year-old kids at home. You've got plenty to do.
Someone said the other day, and I think it's true, 6-year-old boys, they're like little criminals. Look at that. Don't they look like little criminals? I just want to live long enough to see them in prison, and then I'm okay.
Oh, come on.
I mean, look at that.
They are so
Don't they look like they're planning a bank robbery?
That's what my husband talks about our boys, too. The little criminals.
Yeah,
Are you related to Kenny Rogers?
And that's my wife.
Oh,
that's one.
Great.
You've been married
several times.
Couple of decades. No, to her.
Kenny, can I just ask you this? So what's the difference between being a dad later in life as opposed to when you're younger?
Well, they say that having kids at my age either make you or break you. And right now I'm leaning heavily toward break. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
What do you mean?
Well, these 2 boys will dismantle your house.
Right.
That's why you're moving.
They're sweet kids. But they got screwed. Their grandfather is a do-it-yourselfer.
Yeah.
And they've got screwdrivers, and they're taking the TV apart. And stop it. Justin the other day, I was on him from the minute he woke up till he went to bed. It was like, what are you doing? Get off the table. Don't throw balls in the house.
You put a net on and you have to throw it in the house.
But at the end of the day, he's going up the stairs to go to bed, and he comes back, sticks his head around the corner, and says, Daddy, I am really getting tired of you.
That is not the hallmark card we were looking for.
Yeah, but it's okay.
But it's better, because it sounds like your house, right? It sounds like my house.
Your kids are 6. Do they have any idea who Kenny Rogers is?
No, but I'll tell you something I'm a little bit embarrassed by. We were at Disneyland. We went over New Year's Eve. We were at Disneyland, and we're standing in line to go do this, and Jordan says, I thought we were VIPs. Why aren't we standing in line?
Aren't you Kenny Rogers?
That's a good part of it.
50 years in show business, and you got a TV special, you're working on an autobiography. You're busy.
Yeah, I have to stay busy. That's the whole thing. Because I can sit home and I can watch TV with the big boys, but the fact is there's nothing that thrills me more than creating something really unique.
But here's the other thing you have. A lot of times people who are very creative don't have the drive, the money drive to be successful. You're also very entrepreneurial. So together with that creativity, you put them both together, right?
Yeah.
You need to push.
I do. And also, there's nothing that satisfies creativity like the reward of having someone say, I love that house, or I love what you've done here, or even in photography, I love that book,
Or I'll pay that price.
I'll pay that price.
Your ass be
And me walking in going, I'm being half of that for this house. I'm so happy you love it.
All right, Kenny, We're going on a continued conversation with Kenny Rogers in 2 minutes. You're watching Fox and Friends, and who's singing?
Oh, I know her.